it's Lauren. I know it's been a while since I've made a video and I'm super sorry for that, but I've just been kind of in the process of moving out of my apartment. Long story short, my apartment complex kicked everyone out for construction issues, so that's a bummer. But I've just been really busy trying to do a lot of different things this summer, and I've kind of just been really hectic and working a whole lot, so I really apologize for not making any videos for a while, and I know it's really bad, but I'm going to try to get back in the swing of things, making videos that I am really interested in making, like college advice and sorority advice, and other things like that I'm really just passionate about. So what I'm going to be talking about today is how to prepare yourself for college. And this is more specific for the summer before you're heading to college. So you've already figured out where you're going, you know, you've already kind of done a lot of things, and you're really just in that waiting period where you're almost there, but it's not quite yet. And you still have a lot of things that you need to get done to kind of prepare yourself for the fall. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into things. One of the first things I can say is go to orientation. This is probably required by most of your schools and you're probably going to be forced to go, but if not, I still highly recommend it. This is a great time to really get to know people, get familiar with your school and its surroundings, set up your classes, kind of check out all the organizations and resources and things that your school has to offer. And that's really important because it's going to make you feel welcome at your school in the fall. You're going to feel comfortable because you kind of know your way around, you kind of know what kind of things are open and available to you, so you can really use them all. And I have a post on my blog all about how to survive your freshman orientation, so that gives you a lot of really good tips to kind of get the most out of your orientation time. So I will link that down below for you guys in case you're interested. The second tip that I have is to get familiar with your school's websites. The first one being your school's main website. This is a really important place for you to find a lot of information when it comes to organizations, majors, minors, school departments, games, ticketing, like pretty much anything on that website. Then I would also go ahead and head on over to your school's website if you have a separate one, where maybe you log in and this is where your class schedule is posted, where you register for classes, where you pay your school bills, where you see like your financial aid status and things of that sort. You really want to get familiar with this because although you might not be on it as much, it is still going to be very important to you. The third place I also want you to look at is your school's, maybe it's called Blackboard, maybe it's called Moodle, or some other type of website like that. And this is where your teachers will post their assignments, their readings, their syllabuses, syllabi, I guess, right? I don't know. And kind of all the reference and materials that you're really going to need for your classes in the fall. And going on these pages is going to make your life so much easier. You'll begin to kind of get familiar with the setting and like where you're going to find things, and that's going to make your life 10,000 times better come fall when everyone else is struggling to figure out where their syllabi are, and you're like, I already have mine printed out because I know how to work this school website. The third thing I have for you guys is to go ahead and start your college shopping list. I will be coming up with an entire college packing list for you guys, and I will do a whole separate video on that for you, as well as have a post on my blog when I finish it. And make sure you're picking things up bit by bit. I wouldn't recommend going out and buying everything at one time. It's going to be really expensive, and you also might forget something, and you definitely don't want that when you go to school. If you're buying everything by yourself, you know, ask for a lot of things on your college shopping list for your graduation present, or if you have a birthday in the summer, or ask family friends to kind of help support you in that kind of matter, or even take your graduation money and go buy some stuff. It will definitely help you out in the long run. The fourth thing is to go ahead and start packing. And I know you're probably thinking it might be a little bit early, or maybe it's the week right before you go to college, but you need to go ahead and start packing. The earlier, the better, because you don't want to get to the very last day and you haven't packed a single thing. Then you're just going to be stressed and you're going to be freaking out and you're probably going to forget stuff. And trust me, that is not what you want to happen, especially if your school is really far away from your home. Number 5 is spend time with your friends. You are going to miss your friends so much when you go to school, and you might not realize it now, but they're some of your best friends, and you're probably not going to see a lot of them until Thanksgiving or Christmas. and that's a really long time. So spend as much time with them as you can. Make those great memories this summer before you go off to college. I promise you won't regret it. Number 6 is to go ahead and contact your new roommate. Whether you have already found them yourself or you were assigned them by your school, go ahead and text them, Facebook them, email them, whatever you have to do to get a hold of them, and kind of ask them, like introduce yourself, be like, hi, I'm Lauren, like we're gonna be roommates next year, do you want to meet up sometime soon? We can talk about like decorations and cleaning your dorm room, also like rules, and pretty much just getting to know each other, because I promise you, if you take the time to do this, it'll make move-in day a lot less awkward, and you guys will already be close friends by that time, so it'll make things a lot easier. The 7th thing that I have for you guys, to take a tour of your school. Take a tour, go to an open house, go to your orientation, take every opportunity that you can to go see your school before you move in. This is a really great way to get familiar with the campus and things around it, especially if you're going to a bigger school with a really big campus, because it can be a little overwhelming, and trust me, you don't want to be stuck on the first day of school being like, where on earth are these buildings? I don't understand. Number 8. While you are in the area touring, I suggest visiting things around the school. Figure out what kind of shopping centers are nearby, grocery stores, pharmacies, banks, gas stations. That'll definitely be to your benefit, so when you run out of groceries, you can just go down the street and grab some more. Or if you need to transfer any of your medications, you can pick the closest pharmacy, and that way you'll be just a short distance from it. Number 9, go ahead and start purchasing your books as soon as possible. Your teachers will start posting this on their websites and kind of letting you know what materials you'll need for their class. I suggest using chegg.com. I will link this down below. This is a great website for renting and buying books for a super discounted price, because trust me, your school bookstore is going to jack up the prices and make them outrageous, and you're probably going to end up paying $160 for a textbook that you're going to use once. And nobody wants to do that. So go ahead and check out chegg.com, get familiar with the website and what they have to offer. I promise it'll save you and your parents a ton of money when it comes to school. Number 10, go ahead and buy new gadgets, whether it be a laptop, a tablet, a phone, chargers, earphones, headphones, whatever there is nowadays, whatever you're feeling like you need or you really want for your class. And this is really important to do during the summertime because there are a ton of sales. You also have a new student ID, so go use that. Get your student ID discount. It's great, especially for Apple products. If you're into that, go ahead and purchase a high quality computer, because you want something that's going to last all 4 years of college. And you don't want something that's going to crash after a year, and that's just going to be a bigger headache for you, and it'll probably be during a really busy time when you have a paper due. Not fun. Yeah, don't do that. That's not a good idea. Tip number 11 is to go ahead and sit down with your parents and talk about important things. And when I say important, I mean, are you going to be applying for student loans? Are they going to be paying for school? Do you need to apply for more scholarships? How much in scholarships have you already gotten, or grants? Are you going to be visiting home every weekend? Are you going to have a car on campus? Are they going to be coming to pick you up? Are they going to be visiting you all the time? Set these kind of rules and boundaries with them and really get them involved. Tell them your major, what kind of classes you're taking, that kind of stuff, because your parents want to be as much involved in this as you are. Along with talking to your parents about the important things, if you have decided that you're applying for loans or financial aid, do that ASAP. Apply for loans, be very careful with them, read the fine print, and really talk to your parents about which ones are going to be appropriate and things like that, because they're probably going to be co-signing with you. And I know this probably all sounds like crazy language if you have no idea what I'm talking about, but trust me, just sit down with your parents, have the discussion, and figure it out. I promise it won't be that bad. My next tip is to go ahead and buy some basic school supplies. So this is notebooks, pens, pencils, a scientific calculator you're definitely going to need. These types of things that are very basic and you're probably going to use in every single class. And I suggest not buying these from the school bookstore either, because the prices are going to be jacked up a lot more again. So don't wait until you get there to school to buy them. I would buy them from a Target or Walmart nearby, or maybe an Office Depot or something. You'll probably save a lot of money that way. My last tip for you guys is to relax and enjoy your summer. Try not to overthink everything for college. I know that there's a lot going on and a lot for you to be thinking about, but enjoy the last summer that you have before you go off to college. I promise you won't regret it. Spend time with your friends and your family and your pets because you are going to miss them more than you probably think you will. I really hope that this video helped you guys and kind of created a list for you of things that you need to get done before going to college. Please, if you have anything else that you think is important for people going off to college, so leave it in the comments below. And if you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up because that lets me know that you guys are enjoying these types of videos so that I can do some more. And it also helps other people find it as well. So if it helped you, give it a thumbs up and it could help somebody else along down the road. So I really hope that you guys have a great day and I will see you in my next video. Bye y'all.